just refuse to believe that these stories are true because what the... All right, that's the energy for today. First story, found 200 plus year old cistern beneath our house. We have pictures? To what do I owe this pleasure? I'm also very confused. Am I saying this right? Let's try, because I feel like this is going to be said in this story quite a bit. You guys are here doing it with me.
Cistern.
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 Cistern, like sister, but turn.
That's Joe incidents with a C.
This story is fairly new. It came July 12th, 2025. We were repairing a plumbing leak beneath our house built in 1810. So cool.
That is so fetch.
And came across a cistern full of water. My guess is that it predates the house, so late 1700s or early 1800s. There are other houses nearby that were built in the early to mid 1700s. We're in South Carolina. Should we try to drain it out and search through it? Are there people out there who'd want to do that? I have no experience with this, so I am looking for some pointers. No, you absolutely need to do that. And we're gonna look at the first set of pictures. I'm so nosy. Ooh, maybe not though. At first I was like, ooh, what you could find. But then I'm also like, ooh, what you could find. What if there's bodies? We're all thinking it, right? No? Just me. Okay. Let's check out these pictures because I'm intrigued. All right. Wow. Ooh, dirty. Oh yeah, that's a lot of water. Next. Oh, that's a lot of water. I'm zooming in. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I'm already freaked out. If that was below my house, I don't know if I would sleep at night. Number 3. Wow. How deep does that go? Not that deep. Not that deep, right? It looks like there could be multiple layers. Let's continue. So we got an update and that came 2 weeks later. I army crawled through the crawl space this morning with 2 submersible pumps, and over the course of 4 hours, I got all the water out. It's stinky down there. Already found 2 dead. Oh, I mean, this is still sad. Already found 2 dead animal skeletons, which I would guess are possums or similar. Lots of trash from the years. Next, I plan to let it dry out and go in with some excavation tools and trash bags. My plan is to sift through the dirt and see what I find. I'm so intrigued. There's no update after this, so we might have to come back and see what he found. Unless he finds nothing. Let's see the second set of pictures though. All right, number 1. So this is how you get to it from the outside of the house, it says. Just a little door. Just crawl through there. Terrifying. Next. Wow. Wow. I'm so intrigued by this. Man, forget pictures. Film this entire thing and put it on YouTube. You will have all of us watching. You earn the money. Truly. 3. Sucking out the water. 4. Sucking out the water. 5. Ooh. We at the floor. We reached the bottom. It is all sucked out. Anyways. Look at me being nosy and just zooming in to see if I can find something. What can I find? Like as if he, oh, those are bones, I think. Okay, let's not show too much of that on YouTube. Truth be told, if there wasn't pictures, I don't know if I would have believed that that story was real. So, next story. A friend of mine broke into my house, put her stuff at random places to make it look like she's been a tenant. Cops arrive, find her stuff all over the place, and so of course they won't remove her. What do I do now? What? Shirley, not a good friend.
Don't call me Shirley.
This story was posted December 8th, 2016. I have a friend who called me last night asking for a place to stay. I politely told her no. She's 25, I'm 19, and I should mention she is a narcissistic B word. Okay, so is she really a friend? Today I was over at my cousin's place this morning, and when I came home a couple hours ago, I found this girl inside my house. No signs of a break-in from the outside. I ask her how she got in, and she tells me through the back window. I tell her I never gave her permission to come in here, and that she needs to leave immediately, and she says, deal with it. I call the cops and I tell them there's a person who got inside my house without my permission and that I need an officer to come and remove her. A couple of minutes later, they arrive and here's what happens. She tells them, I know my right, officers. I've been a legal tenant in this house for 2 months now and you can't just remove me. I can go around and show you my clothes in the wardrobe, my toothbrush and my conditioner in the bathroom and all of my other stuff. They take a walk with her and all her stuff is all over my house. She broke into my house, put her stuff all over so that the cops would think She is a tenant. The next day they tell me that I have to serve her with an eviction notice and that they can't legally remove her since she is considered a tenant. Surely not. Surely she has no proof of a lease, proof of payment that she was paying rent at that address. You could show them the text and be like, no, she asked if she could stay and I said absolutely not. Clearly this shows she doesn't live here. She asked me if she could stay here. I don't know. I don't even know what to tell them as I felt so dumbfounded and shocked as I was set up like this. I was silent for a few seconds and so they tried to explain how the law works to me, but since I just kept looking at them in silence, not believing myself, they just proceed to leave. I'm so pissed. I'm in California, so I can't record her confessing to what she's done. If I can do that under any exception, I could easily do it because apparently she has no problem admitting to it when the cops aren't here. I'm not, however, going to do so or it will lead to more problems. I've also thought about calling 911 or the non-emergency line and telling the operator about the situation so that the call could be recorded and I could make my friend confess to it. Can I do that? Me and the operator are aware of the call being recorded. I think it would still be unlawful. How do I get her out without having to serve her an eviction notice? Isn't that against the law what she did there? Isn't this fraud? Girl, I'm asking you all the same things. But I did watch a documentary where this crazy stuff has happened where like a friend stays and then they can't kick them out. There was a whole documentary about it. I forget what it's called, but it was so insane and I was sitting there frustrated being like, how is that possible? Apparently it's possible. I've thought about trying to prove that she's been living somewhere else before, but I don't know what to do. This is messed up. I'm really feeling so angry and I've been trying to be as calm as I can while she's in my house using my stuff and I can't do anything about it. We have an update, thank God, which came the next day. I texted one of her friends on Instagram who I know is close to and explained what happened. She gave me her boyfriend's name on Facebook and told me to talk to him to see if he could come over and persuade her to leave. I've reached him and we got on the phone a few minutes ago. He said he can come over after work and see what he can do. Is there anything I should do before he comes here? Do I start recording videos? Do I call the cops instead? Do I bring in third witness? I'm really afraid if this ever turns into DV of some sort if any of them decide to do anything stupid. Keep in mind I'm 19 and both of them are well over my age by a lot. Oh, you're just a little baby. Oh, this would be so overwhelming for you. You don't even know your rights, probably. We have a final update, which came only one day later. Long story short, as soon as her boyfriend came in, she started crying hysterically. I told them that I'm video recording them through my phone, but they seemed uninterested in what I said. She started blaming him for all sorts of stuff. He kept apologizing a lot, and after what seemed like an eternity, she packed up her stuff and they both were gone. Now I've written down on a piece of paper all your different advice. I'll file a restraining order against her. I will also go file a police report and talk to the sheriff explaining everything that happened. I've documented all I could. I have screenshots of her Instagram account with the pictures tagged to Arizona, plus the video of her and her boyfriend arguing in my house and then packing and leaving together. My mom's main concern right now is getting the protective order ASAP and installing an alarm system in my house. She said she'll be staying with me until we get a company to install an alarm system on Monday. Thank you guys for suggesting that I call my mom. It made me feel safer while she was here. Apology! I know how annoying it was for you guys to keep giving me advice that I should file the restraining order and go to the police, only to find me not doing any of them but inviting a stranger to my house. Girl, I was thinking that too. I was like, you're just welcoming boyfriend to the house? What if he moves in too and now you got both of them in there? My mom also pointed out how badly this could have gone with her boyfriend coming here. Yeah. But good riddance. Thank God. Protect yourself, girlfriend. Next story. My dad died after being scammed by two women and committed fraud himself to pay them. This sounds like a movie plot. I am so broken. I came to clean personal effects and arrange services for my dad after he passed away on Thursday. He and I had a rocky relationship in the last 2 years because of the first scam. I started bringing up red flags and he said, I guess I don't have a daughter anymore. He was in denial. He finally accepted it in March and he asked for forgiveness and started to repair our relationship. He came to my son's graduation in June and started talking about a new woman. I didn't confront the second one, but put my concerns in his ear that it could be another fake. After he passed, I was able to open his phone because he had given the password to his roommate when he went to the hospital last week. I went through his phone, the ugly tale unfolded. He was still talking to scammer number 1, dangling an inheritance I was getting from a different family member that he said I would give him part of, so she would still talk to him. Scammer 2 is still on Google Chat, feigning concern that he is not answering. I proceed to inform Scammer 1 that the golden goose has passed. They get angry and threatening. They don't believe and they want proof, probably to use the picture in a future scam. I play it cooler with Scammer 2. I was informed of his passing and they express sympathy and want me to stay in contact and say when the services are. Today though, I went to the bank. Turns out my dad is not just a victim, but also had committed his own crimes. As if his passing wasn't overwhelming enough for you. He opened 2 accounts in his roommate's name. One was a credit card and the other was a personal loan. He had taken documents to copy and an old iPad of the roommates to process the opening of the accounts. He was paying the payment out of his social security and deleting emails from the account with the iPad as reminders for payment were posted. The total fraud by my dad was around $40,000, most of which went to the scammers. I am now in the middle of showing the poor roommate what he did and providing proof of his guilt for the dispute. I am also teaching how to add an app to monitor for inquiries and new accounts. I am writing this to ask all of Reddit and to show my family and friends how to set up credit monitoring. I would never have believed my father was capable of this. He became addicted to the romance scam contact and he compromised his core values to keep it going. I think he passed from the stress because he was out of money and couldn't scrounge anymore. His web of lies was going to burn and expose him any day. I am numb. This is so sad. Oh, this must be, I can't even comprehend what you must be feeling during this time. My heart. I'm so sorry. Next story, my soon-to-be ex-sister-in-law is trying to take my daughter. So I, 29 female, and my soon-to-be ex-husband, 32 male, we will call him Anthony, share a daughter. She is both of our worlds, but definitely was a surprise. We've been married since 2022, about a month before our daughter was born. His family are JWs, which is the religion Anthony left prior to us meeting. I am Christian, but I do not actively go to any church. His family has never been a fan of me because I am not part of their religion. The issue started practically the day my daughter, let's call her Isabel, was born. I was doing lots of skin on skin, so I didn't have her in jammies yet. I was also a first-time mom without any parental guidance as my own mom passed when I was 9 and my dad lost custody when I was 15. I was just winging it all. Am I the perfect mother? Absolutely not. Who is? But right away, I was a bad mother in my in-laws' eyes. Recently, Anthony and I have decided to divorce. Originally, it was rocky, but now he and I are on the same page. We both made mistakes in the marriage, however, we have forgiven each other, for the most part, and just want what is best for Isabel. Now, let's get to the hard stuff. Yesterday, DCF and the sheriffs showed up to my home with about 15 allegations against me. Based on the allegations, I know it was Anthony's sister, 38. Let's call her Petunia. I hate that name, so it fits her. These allegations ranged from when my daughter was 2.5 weeks old. I apparently refused to feed her until I was done eating. That's completely false. I was breastfeeding, and no mother in their right mind can ignore hungry cries. So, I apparently attempted to kidnap my daughter in a different town. How can I kidnap when she's my daughter? Also, not at all what happened. Another one was I apparently was starving her, which caused her to have constipation for 2 weeks, and also had black urine from being dehydrated. Excuse me. What? Petunia never liked me, and this is now the 3rd time that she has called the cops on me. The next time was in June. This was the blow-up day of my marriage. I was apparently mentally ill and trying to take my life because I wanted space from Anthony. I took our daughter, who we were still co-sleeping with, into the other room and I closed the door. Cops come out, saw I was fine, but understandably upset at this point. After they left, Petunia and their dad came out and ended up taking every single doorknob off every single door in our home. I called the cops back and also contacted my foster mom to come out and be with me. It was agreed that we would all go to sleep and talk in the morning. At this point, it was 3 a.m. Morning rolled around and mom needed to move her car, so I offered to do it for her. When I came back to the room, Petunia was blocking me from getting into that room and Anthony was picking up Isabel. My mom tried to reassure me that he wouldn't leave. He was probably just needed some time with her after the long night. Cool, done, I can accept that and I get it. But then we hear the garage door. Mom went down to check and when she came back up, I could tell they had just left and took my daughter. The scream and cry that came out of me was equivalent to the one when I saw my birth mom passed away in the hospital. I was broken. Anthony would not give me access to Isabel for the next 2 days. When he made the decision to bring Isabel to me, his sister told him he was not welcome back at that home. She's almost 40 and unemployed. She has no friends and lives with her parents and basically runs the house. She blew up at him for giving me access. She's trying everything to get my parental rights taken away, had been harassing me this whole time. I just don't know how to escape it. I'm going to try to get an injunction next week against her to keep her away from me. Eventually, when Anthony moves out, I will be getting one to keep her away from Isabel as well. The cop was frustrated having to ask me all those questions because one, why would she wait years or months before reporting this if she was so concerned? And two, he could see my daughter was happy and healthy. He said I don't have enough to press charges for harassment yet. I'm hoping maybe you guys can give me some ideas on what good evidence I should gather. I'm going to be ordering this police report and the one from out of state, but I do not want to go the next 15 years waiting for DCF to knock on my door again. I know that was a lot. Maybe I'm missing details. I'll try to update as the deputy has to report his findings to the detective, and the DCF case is still open at this time, so this isn't over yet. Am I the a-hole for wanting this person cut out of my daughter's life completely? Including Anthony's parents who allowed this behavior to continue without consequences? I think every parent in this comment section is going to say, no, you're not the a-hole. This woman is trying to get you taken away from your own daughter and making very horrific claims. You have every right to want this person so far away from you and your daughter. Now she has a little update in this same post. I have my daughter. An attorney has been contacted. X is on the same page that we need to protect our daughter from his family. His family is exploding at him for the choices he's making to protect our daughter from them. The DCF case is still open and it's definitely going to be a long process, but we are moving in a forward direction. We'll update again when things finalize. Unfortunately, we do not have an update, but happy to hear that he is also on board, because that would be a nightmare if he wasn't on board to keep his family away. These stories really are freaking crazy. So let's hop on hydration station. Cheers. Drink some water. You know you got to. We got to. Quite literally. Like our bodies need water. Who created that? Like we couldn't need pickle juice? Some OJ? Why can't our bodies just function off that? Next story. I, 28 female, need to leave my boyfriend's 34 male house that I just moved into a couple days ago. Oh no. What did you find out? This story was first posted June 17th, 2025. I sent my therapist this email this morning, excluding names. All right, so all that I'm reading is quite literally her email to her therapist. I think I need to go back home. Boyfriend got upset with me last night about ridiculous things. Not ridiculous, but his reaction to them was way out of proportion and then called me a C word and pathetic and insulted me and my family and pushed me more than once because he wanted me out of his bed. He grabbed me by my shoulder and face and squeezed me hard because he didn't like something I said. I didn't leave then because I wouldn't have been able to take anything with me, and I think he would destroy my things if I left them based on how mad he was. I feel like I have to walk on eggshells and have to be careful with what I say, especially when he's upset with me because according to him, it's not the right answer or reaction. He told me that if I keep it up, we won't make it more than 2 weeks. He even told me I should just pack up my car and leave tomorrow. tomorrow, which is today. Girl, absolutely. Let someone show you who they are. The good, the bad, and the ugly. That is all you need to see. Get out now. This is like, seriously, danger. Terrifying. This weekend coming down was so stressful and it was all because of him, yet he says I caused it all. I've given him the benefit of the doubt so many times when he gets upset, but I think I need to leave today. He left for work a few minutes ago. I don't have enough room to take all my stuff, and if I leave, especially while he's at work, which seems like the only option because I'm afraid of what he will do. What I have is what I actually want because I got rid of everything else. I'm going to ask my brother to come down to help me, but his car might not make it. I'm going to ask my friend too if she'd be able to come if my brother can't. I asked her to call me when she wakes up. This is so scary because you're also terrified to leave. My brother won't be up until around 9 a.m. probably too. His mom is going to be home all day too, so I don't know how to handle her. I'm afraid she's going to tell him and he'll be mad, but most likely wouldn't be able to leave the work, which is over an hour away, but I feel like I'll need to leave fast once I start. I just need you to know this. I have to cancel my exam for this afternoon, and from what I look like, I may be penalized for canceling so late. My head is going in circles and I now feel like I've been making so many wrong choices leading up to this point. I should have never brought my stuff down here when he threatened the private investigator stuff. Girl, what? I feel so torn because when everything is good, it's so good, and when it is bad, it's bad, bad. That's usually how it goes in abusive relationships. Terrible. Also, we're just gonna breeze over the private investigator stuff. My heart, girl. We have a little update on the same post. My dad is coming to help me right now. He's about 2 hours away right now. His mom saw me loading 2 boxes into my car. She asked me what I was doing and I just said bringing some things I don't need back to my mom's house. She said something, but I didn't hear it. She's kind of out of it most of the time, so I'm hoping she's not going to think too much. I have my boyfriend's location, so I'll know if he's going to come back. I bet he would call me if he had any thought that I was going to leave. So happy your father is there with you. Another update. He just texted me saying that I'm perfect and that he loves me and that he wants to talk to me before my test today. The rest of the message is cut off and I'm not going to open it because I have read receipts on for him and I want him just to think that I'm asleep still. Probably a good idea. Another update. Same post. It's now later today and I am home now. I cried the whole 2.5 hour drive home. My dad came and helped me and I was able to get all of my things. His mom made it into a bigger ordeal than it needed to be. I can go into more detail later. I am physically, emotionally, and mentally exhausted. Thank you, everyone. I already had my mind made up in leaving, but having so much support from strangers on the internet made me feel even more confident. And thank God we have an update because I want to know that girlfriend is safe and okay. This one came fairly recently, August 6th, 2025, 2 months later after the last post. It's been about 7 weeks since I left. I'm going to give the abridged version because the next 2 weeks were a lot. I was able to take everything thanks to my dad driving 3 hours down to help me. It was really hard to officially be done. He contacted me multiple times, of course, and tried to make it better, blamed everything on alcohol. What made everything even more complicated was that I found out I was pregnant. Oh my God. Oh, that really complicates things, yeah. Even though it was horrible timing, I was so excited. I'm at a point in my life that I am so ready to have kids. He was the dad, so I felt like he needed to know and be a part of it. He was excited and surprisingly supportive and respected any boundaries I put up at first. My mom was supportive. My brother cried because I was still staying in contact with my ex, and he said he knew he was going to do something bad to me and would wake up in the middle of the night with a bad feeling thinking about me. My ex wanted to act like everything was back to normal. He was upset that I had to tell people what he did to me because now we could just be together, which is absolutely crazy. He even said he wanted to come up that weekend. I wasn't ready to see him. It was never going to be whether we got back together or raised a child separately or anything. I ended up, oh man, you were so happy. I ended up having a miscarriage and was devastated. Listen, I had my concerns knowing that that was baby daddy. I truly, truly was. I didn't want to ruin your excitement of becoming a mom, but I had deep concerns like your brother did. My ex literally called me selfish for how I was responding to it and how upset I was. We stayed in contact for 2 days after I miscarried, and on the last day we talked, I had gone to the mall with a friend to just get out of the house. I was bleeding a lot, so I was wearing a thick pad and I felt like I was in a diaper. What I'm getting at is that I felt gross and uncomfortable. comfortable. I had a big jacket on and baggy pants. I had told my ex after that I had gone to the mall, and knowing how I was feeling, he asked me if I dressed like I was still someone's girlfriend. He used to say I dressed like a sleut, which I definitely didn't in any way, and who cares if I did? So many red flags from this person. Not even funny. He said he was going to come up that weekend now, and at that moment, I felt like I didn't even have a choice. We talked a bit more, and then he ended up getting upset with me about something stupid and hung up on me. I called back saying I was done, and that was it. I blocked him on literally everything, from Facebook to Pinterest to his work number. Honestly, everything is amazing now. My friends have been amazing, my family has been amazing, and it is so nice being able to tell people what he did to me our whole relationship. I have a friend who was in an abusive relationship, and I see her in a totally different light. I got my dental hygiene license and I started working a few weeks ago, and it has been great. I do feel for my ex because he was the most hurt, insecure man I ever knew, but that gives no excuse for how he treated me. No, he can go to therapy, he can get help, deal with his own trauma. I just wished he would learn from his experience, and I know he won't. But that's not my problem. I'm stronger than I ever knew, and I'm so excited for what comes next. Oh, I'm happy we got a happy ending with that. I was worried about her. I really was. I get worried about these people because they're real people in real life. Although a lot of you comment, you're like, these are AI stories. Guys, how am I ever going to know if a Reddit story is true or not? All right, I'm just here for the entertainment. How am I gonna know what person is making up a story because they're bored, or if it's real life, or if it's AI? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.